Hi guys, it's me again. Oh god, yeah, I've been crying. I'm a whiny bitch. No, I'm just. I watch the House of Commons, and every time I see this issue, it makes my heart break. They have this stupid idea. Fucking Christian McFreeland or whatever her name is. Stupid. I know it's Freeland. I'm just being an asshole, but she just rubs me the wrong way. It's like, this is our plan, Mr. Speaker. And she talks to everybody like we're fucking two. We know, we can see exactly what you're doing. We can see you, lady. Nobody's gonna want to come here and pay more money to have their business here. And she's in charge of our fucking money. Woo. And $450 million, that's what fuck Nard's worth today. Whew. Being a politician in Canada is very lucrative, isn't it? Huh. I bet you I would be better at politics than Trudeau would be. That's all I can say. At least I know how to make $1. I'm not going to lose you $1. I mean, if you give me $1, I'll make sure you make money on it. I'm not going to... Like, are you kidding? In any case, they were talking about... This is why I want to talk to you. These hard drugs. And they're like, well, we just want to just keep the program going because it kind of works, but fuck you. It doesn't even a little bit work. All you're doing is putting more drugs out there on the streets for more addicts to have easier access to, and then they'll end up dead. There's so many people ending up dropping dead because of fentanyl, because of all these things. If the cops get injected by mistake, searching some people that are all like fucked up, and like there's just so much that happens. Like they were saying in the House of Commons, pets are getting killed because they're just coming up and sniffing some fentanyl that a package left on the ground. I'm saying fentanyl because that's one of the worst ones, and then there's all these other ones that make you rot from the inside out and make you. There's all these people that are all crumpled up over. Just look up BC drug addicts and on the streets, and you'll just be like floored with the shit. Like, and this is what they've created. They have made a situation that was bad, oh my god, that much worse. And there was only one place that I could have possibly sent Devin, my son, to get him some rehab. And it would not have been free. It would have been like $8,000 plus the flight to go to Vancouver. It was the only place. And I had said, the court sent you to rehab and it's free, you should go. And to this day, I wish I'd have sent him because he didn't make it, and I blame myself too. It's just, you just do, because when your kid drops dead on you because of an addiction, and yes, that's what happened to my son. He had an overdose and he passed away, and that happened in 2020. And actually, with the way that things went, he had been near Vancouver before. So, it would have been just a horrible thing if he'd have gone to Vancouver and they had these legalized drugs. I think he was actually in Vancouver at one point. And they did this, and these people are all dropping dead, and they don't care. They're just like, that's one way to get rid of the riffraff, Like, these people are homeless. It doesn't mean people don't love them. Doesn't mean people don't care about what happens to them and that they don't have family that loves them, It just, I can't believe how expensive it was, and I couldn't really see doing that since he had free stuff lined up. I'm like, okay, we'll go there first. And then he didn't go. He just didn't go. Like, did he think I didn't think he was worth it? I don't know. I hope not. It's all these stupid things you say to yourself when you're laying in bed at night and you wonder, what did I do wrong? And with stuff like this, parents always blame themselves. And I'm sorry to cry on TV again. I just can't believe that my country is so fucked up. It hurts, and it hurts to see all these people all over the world at odds with each other. It doesn't really matter if you're Christian or Jewish or Islamic. Does it really fucking matter? Like, why do you have to be so hateful? I don't know. And I know that in those societies, there's even harsher punishments for things like that. So I don't know. I don't want Sharia law in Canada ever. I'm also, like I said, I figured I'd tell you part of the backstory about my son. But just him being an addict wasn't everything that he was, and it happened like 4 years ago, and I'm just telling you now, I just like, I hate to cry. It's just, I'm a crier, what can I say? Um, I'm worried about my daughter. She's in Brazil, and they're having like weather and shit. I'm like, oh, excellent. But I just can't believe that these people think that it's a good idea. Like, Freeland is the Minister of Finance, and she's terrible with money. And then she's like, they want to spend all your money to give your money away to kids when they're coming up behind you. Meanwhile, nobody wants to work anymore, and you guys all did work hard, so you should reap the benefits of your own hard work, don't you think? They're communists. I don't know what to say, and it's getting to me. And I mean, it's be okay for government programs, but there's so many people that don't qualify for government programs, or that can only get CPP, and they don't cover all the medicines, or like there's so many things going on right now. And then there's, like, there's these idiots saying, well, we know we've had a whole bunch of people die in Vancouver from drug overdoses, and they're dying on the streets, and kids are getting, overdosed by mistake, and dogs and cats and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, yeah, well, we're just going to keep doing it for a little longer and see if we like it then. No, bitch, like, you've been doing this for a couple of years. Is it working? No, people are dying. So scratch that, It's done. We're done, okay? We don't have time for that fucking shit. And and they think we do. And they think that they can take a fucking $1 billion. No matter what it is, they took money for houses, didn't build houses. How do you spend billions or millions of dollars and not have something to show for it? I mean, I can't even believe it. Like, these people don't have any clue. There's zero connection with the actual common person out there. It's just sucky. And they have no clue, and they don't have their kids fall, victim of stuff like that, because maybe if they do, then they could, like, put them in there and afford that, and I don't know. It's just, I know that's not even true either, because I know that even people that are really, really rich, you can't make this addict want to get help. And my son, one of the last things, he was like, well, Mom, I don't think I'm ever going to really be 100%, clean. I was like, honey, no, you have to get clean. You have to get clean. You have to, I wanted him so bad to get clean. And I hate that he didn't. But, I hate more that there's even more people that are going down and down and down into the gutter because of these stupid fucking policies our government is putting into place that are just ruining people. It's not like it's weed. These are hard fucking drugs. These are drugs that they cripple you. They also mix all these things together, and then they sell batches of these things. They don't even know if they're good. They might overdose you immediately just by touching it. Like, there's just, I mean, I don't know a lot, but I do know that there's stuff that they do, and I know that fentanyl comes in from China, and, I just, there's just so much stuff I don't understand. And how they can think that this drug program is something that they should keep going. So that's why I came back to talk to you again. So this is video number 2 for one day. What? But yeah, so that's what that is. I don't know, I miss my son, and he was funny, and he was great at art, and he was, he had little jokes he would tell you, and he had the best hugs, and he was really loving. He loved his kid, and he liked outdoors. I don't know, just, there's so many things that we didn't get to experience, and I guess I'm lucky because I had, like, over 30 years with my son, but it just still feels like somebody's kicked me in the gut every morning when you wake up and you're like, oh yeah, my son's in heaven, and my dad, but I try to look at the good things too. I have people that I love that have made it through bad situations, I've come through illnesses, I've come through adversity, and I'm proud of you guys, and I love you, and all my family, I love you. And I know I'm blubbering again, but I'm fine. I'm strong. I can figure it all out. I just wanted to come to you in realness of this situation with drug addicts and how they have to be helped. You have to do something to help them. But yeah, you can't if they don't admit they have a problem. So that's what my situation was with my son. You know, and I know it's not easy to get clean and to do all that stuff. It's not easy, but we would have supported him. We loved him. And we still love him. And I think of him all the time, and his son loves him so much. We were just talking about him last night. And I have like little snippets of videos of me and my son throughout the years, and him and his son together. So it's, at least I have that. And lots of pictures. I remember when he died, I didn't even say, oh, excuse me, I didn't say, oh, here's my photo album, sisters, who are helping me with my son's funeral. I just sat there and just fell apart inside, and I don't even think I was paying attention to the people around me. It was like, I always had said, if something happens to my kids, you have to put me to sleep, or, you know, something, right? And everybody feels that way. Nobody wants to lose their kids. Nobody does. But when there's no chance for success, when all you can find out there is these sleazy scumbags that are around every corner, willing to sell your kid a bag of death, and they're willing to take it, that's a problem. We have to figure that out. And legalizing things, I know it wasn't legalized, it was decriminalized, but you're still allowing people to be exposed that shouldn't be exposed. Children, nurses. And for the fucking love of God, are you joking me that you allowed meth into a hospital room? Who the fuck? You can't vape anywhere. Like, I keep saying that. I just cannot believe that our government is so fucking crazy. Like, everyone in the world. Oh God, look at my nails. I've been crafting and gardening, so they take a hit. So do my knuckles and shit too. But I have this big garden bed. Anyway, so long story short, I love my son. I wanted to let you know. But the best thing I can do is just don't give up on them. And always tell them that you love them, because you just never know when someone is that debilitated from drug abuse. They may not see you again. And I don't know why. I never thought that this would happen. I really didn't. I don't know what I thought. I thought that maybe he would grow out of it. But he was like 30. He was in his 30s, beginning, like early 31. And I always thought, well, he'll outgrow this, right? It'll, you know, because I partied a lot when I was growing up too. I didn't do like hard drugs like that, thank God. But it's like, it's such a thing. Once it gets a hold of you, you know, these people are lost and they need a hand up. They need a hand out. They need some help. But there needs to be free programs. There needs to be, instead of being on these huge waiting lists, they need to be able to get them in so they can actually save their life. Because it's the guys that come out of jail that have been clean for months that end up going and doing what they did before, a little, you know, whatever dose it was, and then all of a sudden they're dead because their body got used to not having that in their system, and then they decided, I can take that, I did that before, and that's not how it works. So a lot of people die just coming out of jail, and a lot of people die, you know, getting, being clean and then having a setback, and those setbacks can sometimes kill them too, so it's really important. One thing is, I think, sponsoring an addict and having people that are there and supporting this person is really important. And I just wanted to say, for all those groups that are out there, for all the addicts and all the people that care about them and donate and do all the things that you do, thank you. And there's still people that need to be saved. There's still kids who are loved just as much as I love my son. And those kids deserve to have a life, and they deserve to live. And Chrystia Freeland and Trudeau are fucking stupid as fuck for doing this. Like, give give all those monies that you spent for like net zero and all that shit. You imagine how many kids you could save. And when I say kids, I'm saying my kid. I know he was in his 30s, but he was still my kid, you know. And they're your kids, and it doesn't matter how old that they are. You'll still always love them, and you'll always miss them. And drugs suck. I smoke pot because I have pain, and it helps with the pain. But to me, you know, fentanyl and cocaine and all that, the OxyContin was what got my Devon. It was just the worst. That was one of the things that really screwed him up. But they ended up getting all that stuff out, and then they're like, oh, but let's legalize heroin and meth. What? Are you people stupid? I don't know. So anyways, pretty soon I'm going to be going to pick up my grandson at the bus stop, and I have my garden outside going. Okay, I don't have it going yet, but I have my outside area ready, and I'm going to get some, I'm sorry, my nose is running. I'm going to get some soil, and I'm going to plant some other things, but I have potatoes growing. I was like, what? From last fall, I threw some potatoes in there and put a whole bunch of soil in and forgot I had done that. And I came out the other day and was like, oh, look, potatoes. And you know what's really fun? I knew what the fuck it was just by looking at the leaves. I've learned stuff. I've learned stuff about gardening. I can name lots of plants. I can name some of them the Latin name and everything. I don't even know how the fuck I learned that, but I think it was Martha Stewart and Victory Garden. Do you remember those old shows? Victory Garden was so beautiful. It was so British. But, you know, it just, like, they had the most beautiful gardens and the most beautiful flowers and all that kind of stuff. And, I don't know. I just cannot believe the way that our world has been going, and ever since my son died, I actually thought, maybe we are in the Matrix, right? Like, I don't know, maybe we are, how the fuck do I know? I don't know, and I swear I've had like a glitch or something in my life at least one time, and Berenstain, yeah, I know that Sinbad movie where he's a freaking genie. Yeah. And they're like, no, that didn't happen. Oh, no, that didn't happen. Oh, you know, Nelson Mandela didn't die in the 80s. Like, yes, he fucking did. I remember they announced it and I was in school. I remember there being Mount St. Helens. You telling me that didn't happen too? I mean, why would I not remember shit that's really important that happened? And the Space Shuttle Challenger, oh my god, I cry and my nose goes, blah, blah, blah. Sorry. Alright, I'm gonna go. I wanted to say don't give up on your kids, no matter what. Not that I did, I'm just saying please don't, because, and my only reason for saying that is because, last time I saw my son, and this isn't going to make me cry, because I told somebody this morning, and it sucks, but it's true. So you got to be careful what you say. The very last thing, I found out that my son had just stole money from me. I've never told his son that. He's not here. But he doesn't watch these anyways. Like, and it's not for kids, so it's not something he's going to see. It's going to be available. And if I do see it, I click it and I move it on so he doesn't see it. What was I going to say? He doesn't know that this happened to his dad, and when he asked what happened, I just said that his dad had taken too much medicine by mistake, and so he doesn't know that kind of stuff. He doesn't know that he was in jail, and the reason that he was in jail was because he would steal to make money for his habit, because he couldn't get a job because he had been in jail for stealing for his habit. It's just, but yeah, so the last thing I found out that he took money out of my bank, and I asked him for the bank card back, and I told him to get out. That's the last thing I ever said to my boy. So watch what you say, be careful, especially if they're compromised. Like, I was going to say compromised immune system. They are, because they're compromised to drugs for some fucking reason. It's easy to get screwed up on drugs. I did drugs when I was younger. I'm not saying I was perfect. You know, you try stupid things, you do dumbass stupid things, but you outgrow it. And I just wished for a chance for my son to have outgrown it. And he didn't, but you know what? He's in heaven. And I know he's there because the day that he died, he came and he hugged me and he told me that he loved me. And it was like a dream. And when I opened my eyes, I looked at the clock and it said 8:30. And then 2 hours later, a cop came and told me that my son had died at 8:30. So, you know, you can't just think everything's negative. At least I can't think everything's just negative. I'm trying to just raise my grandson and, you know, do a good job. And I like making these videos because even though I'm talking to myself in a little room, aren't we all? How many fucking YouTubers are out there doing this? And we're all like, I just love it when I get a view, because I fucking do. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm like, yes, people like me. But you see, you gotta laugh again. You gotta keep going, or you will just life will plow you down like a one of them the caterpillar things. You know those things? You know the digging thing. Even think straight. Those digging tractor things, you know, the backhoe, the backhoes, the shovels, the thing. Okay, I have a really funny one. I asked my brothers, if I don't hear back from them, I'm gonna ask them again today. Okay, sorry, I just noticed how horrible my makeup is, and I'm gonna be going out, and my neighbors are gonna see me. I don't know what's going on there, but anyways, oh, fuck, I hate that when I lose my train of thought. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I'll probably mention it again about 20 more times. You'll be like, you already said that the last time, stupid Broadway. But, my God, I must go. I have to go. Remember the Valley Girls? And then the Spice Girls? And then there was that. I mean, oh, there were so many. So many. Hey, did you know, you want a funny one? Did you know if you play the lyrics backwards, remember when they told us that when we were kids? If you play the lyrics backwards to Led Zeppelin's, what do you call it? You know the big one. Oh, I can't think of it for some fucking reason. If you play it backwards, though, it does have satanic lyrics. You can fucking believe it. I listened, I was like, are they making this shit up? And some of the Beatles stuff, and like things that didn't make sense sentence-wise within the lyrics. And then you kind of went, oh, okay, I wonder why he said that. Then when you put it in reverse, that's why. It was the emphasis on the right syllable, as they would say in school, syllable. No, that was my mom. She would do that. She's so funny. Mom, I love you. She's like 83, and she just conquered cancer again. She's my goddamn hero. I love her. I better go. I love you guys. And thank you for all your views. And please subscribe and tell your friends that there's this crazy blonde lady on here that really likes it when people watch her videos. And please comment and like. I would love it. Thumbs up, thumbs up. I love the comments too. Comment, please. Okay, I'm going to go. See, you can pick yourself back up. It'll be okay. It will. All right, bye.